Now it's recording. So, hi all. Welcome to the live session of week 2 of animal physiology, taken by Professor Mainak Das. So, myself, I am a PhD scholar in Department of Biological Science in ISER Berampur. So, I am currently working in ribonucleoprotein biology lab under the guidance of Dr. R. Selvi Bharatavikram. So I will be helping. I am the one of the TA for the animal physiology course, and last week also I don't know how many of you attended the session. Yeah, but welcome, and we will start the session. Okay. But can you guys also give your self introduction since we are only four people here? It will be good. I know the correct name. I don't think this Fox, is it the correct name of the? Yeah. So can you start, Binita? You can say your name, what are you studying currently, and where are you from? Okay, yes, good, good. Yeah, Maurya. Hi, Maurya. Yeah, can you give your self introduction? Okay, okay. Nasrat, Nasrat. Yeah, yeah. Okay, good, good. Next is name written on Google is Fox Global, but what is your real name? Hello, is it the correct name or is there any other name? Can you please give your self introduction, please? Hello. Okay, maybe last again whenever you are ready. Okay, it's please. I cannot hear you. Are you saying something? Can you type in the chat box because we cannot hear anything. I think that is the case with everyone. Okay, please type in the chat box. Okay. Now MD Suhail Saifi. Hi Suhail, can you please give your self introduction? Yeah. Okay, secondly. Nice. Sorry, what was the course? Is it also MSc Biotechnology? BSc Zoology. Okay. Okay, Amit Saha. Okay, okay. Nice, nice, Amit. Just because of the name, I thought it's not your real name. So at least I can understand you are Amit, right? Okay. So I hope you guys went through the all the five lectures. And how many of you were in the first live session of conducted by me on last Friday? Is anyone was there? Okay, I don't think no one was there. It's fine only. It's like I will upload the recording session, but last week there was lot of chaos. My laptop got crashed in the last minute. Then I was taking through the phone. Then it didn't get recorded. So I will again re-record the session of the with all the questions and all, and I will upload it in the link in the site. Okay, so you can see the first recording session also by accessing to the YouTube videos, and I will upload the Google Slides also there. So yeah, welcome to the week two. Can anyone tell me what was the main thing that we learned in week two? So we know in the first week it was a general introduction. We get to know what is the structure of the total course. Will be we will be starting with then organizational hierarchy. Lot of thing we discussed. So in the second week we came to first system. Mainly we were discussing with first system, and by the fourth and fifth lecture we were going through bit of another organ system also. So can anyone recap what we learned and can tell me? Otherwise, also it's fine. I will definitely tell you, but just to know how many of you attended. Benita, you told, right? You attended. Can you remember? Ah, yes. Good, good, very good. Yeah, yeah. Right, right. That is the exactly same thing. I will take one book, 1 minute. Yeah, everyone can hear me, right? Yeah, yeah. So coming to the week two, yes, you were right. Exactly. We started with integumentary system, then followed by the skeletal system also. In that, we looked into bone, cartilage, framework of skeleton. So first system that we discussed was integumentary system. Can anyone tell me what is integumentary system? What is the main thing that we are looking into the integumentary system? What is the exactly main thing? That is the largest organ in the body. Also, it consists of largest organ in the body. Clue is there. What is the largest organ in the body? Yeah, good. So mainly we were discussing about skin in these classes. So started with what are the uses of skin? Why you need skin? If you doesn't have any skin, what will happen to your body? Functions of skin. That I am asking. Good, good. Yeah, skin can absorb. Thermoregulation is there. Skin is a do mainly protective role. Skin absorb UV rays. Skin prevent dehydration and also preserving the body temperature as Benita said. Also tolerate all forms of abrasion. That's why if even though if you are going to some cold temperature, even though if you are going for skydiving, mountain peaking, everything, skin can manage all these things. Okay. So skin as an organ system is the largest we already discussed. So why I am discussing all these things, I will first help you with the recap of all the five lectures. Then we'll go to the Google slides. Then I will help you with solving some sessions or questions. Okay. Hi Harini. So we already were checking with all the self introduction. Can you also uh, firstly tell your name, which course you are studying, and where are you from? Okay. Thank you. So we just started the session only. We were just again we were going through the recap of the session. So then this skin also contain exocrine glands, extra accessory things like hair, nails, etc. So we'll go through each by each. But anyway, I'll share the Google slide and then I'll show some pictures also. So let me share the Google slide. It's visible, right? Is it visible? I'm in full viewer mode. That's why I'm asking. Yeah. So that's what we are talking about. Lecture 1, 2, and 3 were mainly about integumentary system, which consists of mainly skin, and after followed by skin's accessory things like hair, nails, etc. Um, then lecture 4 and 5 mainly were about skeletal system, which we discussed about bone, cartilage, and framework of skeleton. So coming to the first lecture, integumentary system, we mainly discussed about skin as an organ system. So we already told skin is the largest organ system that is in the body. And we also, sir also talked about the classification about of integumentary system. So what was the classification of integumentary system? uh, like we can divide the skin into two types, cutaneous layer and accessory structure. In the cutaneous layer, we can again classify the skin into epidermis and dermis and hypodermis. In the epidermis, again there are very sub-classification of 5 lectures, as you can see in the figure, right? Here you can see epidermis followed by dermis. Dermis again papilla and there is one more classification in the dermis layer. So we'll go through one by one. And also, Sir also drew the figure of this part, like papillary layer is there in the dermis session, and in the below, in the second class, actually, Sir talked about the uh, dermis layer more. Then there is below that there is subcutaneous layer or hypodermis. So this is the, you can see there sweat gland, capillaries, muscle, the hair shaft, everything, right? So this is the basic picture of a skin. And we also discussed the function of skin 2 minutes before. So what is the function of skin? Skin protectors. Skin helps in excretion of water plus salt plus organic waste, etc. Helps in maintaining the temperature, as Benita said. It helps in the synthesis of vitamin D. I think in the third class, are explain how the vitamin D skin is helping in the synthesis of vitamin D. He also mentioned about some components. We will go through one by one, and then again I will help you to remember all these things. Okay. Then also skin helps in storing nutrients. Sensory apparatus are there like hair shaft, everything is there, sweat glands, everything is there. So that is the conclusion or a recap about first lecture. And coming to the second lecture, in the second lecture, we were mainly seeing again the subdivision of each, mainly the epidermis. Even though epidermis is looking like this, there is again a 5 subdivision. You can see the screen, right? So in the epidermis, we can again divide it into 5 layers. Starting from the ridges or closer to the ridges of the dermis, that we will count as first layer. It is known as stratum basal, but Sar gave the name of Striatum germinativum. So it has two names. Please remember, please keep in mind that you know all these different names of same thing. Okay. In the first week also we have seen the same name for different same reference point, right? Ventral, dorsal, then it has also some other names also. So whatever the different name given for one term, please try to remember, then it will be helpful for the exam also. Sometime you will get maybe the question was about stratum germinativum only, but they have given the name stratum basal. Then you will be, oh, I don't know what is this. But you already knew. We just didn't know that it has a one another name. So that's fine. That's why I'm telling. Please keep in mind that sometimes each same name has multiple names. But I will try to help you with giving that multiple names also. Okay, so epidermis again have five subdivisions starting to the closer to the dermal ridges, stratum germinativum, which contain mainly keratinocytes and melanocytes. Then the second layer, which is stratum spinosum, so it contains spine-like cells, right? Consists of keratinoids held together by a sticky protein called desmosome. So here also keratinocytes is there, but these are held together by desmosome. Then stratum granulosum. So granule means granule containing substance. You can clearly see here, right? It contains some granule kind of thing. So what is these granules are in the explained clearly. So it also contains keratinocytes have granules within them. Then in the fourth layer is the stratum lucidium. It's a thin transparent layer of keratinocytes that are becoming less round and have a flatter shape. You can clearly see, right? So in the name itself, we can see basal means it's present in the basal or it has another name germinativum. In the second layer of stratum spinosum, it consists of keratinocytes together by desmosomes. Then in the third layer, it contains some granule kind of structure also along with keratinocytes. And stratum lucidium is a thin transparent layer. Finally, stratum corneum is the outermost layer, which consists of corneocytes, which helps in us protecting from the harm, including abrasion, heat, light, pathogen, etc. Yeah, so in the third integumentary system class, it was mainly about our hair, the structure of the hair. So hair originated from hair bulb, then it has a elongated structure. So you can see where is the structure ending. In the hypodermis is the origin, right? In the end, you can see blood vessels. So hair bulb is located in hypodermis. And in the dermis part, you can see the erector muscle is also connected. Due to the erector muscle, we get the goosebumps. Then hair shaft is the visible part of hair that is seen from the outside. So this part, hair follicle is situated in the dermis part. Like that, nail also has a free edge, then a nail bed. A lunula is the nail body. That white portion of that thing is called lunula. Then we also, the below this part is called as cuticle. Okay. So sir also discussed about aging and stretch mark, how they are coming. There are some fibers which will get loosened in the course of time. That's why the stretch mark is coming. So he very beautifully or very interestingly explain all these things. So if anyone missed the 5 lectures by sir, please go and hear all the session. Then it will be helpful for you. Now week 3 session is also released, but if you hear all this like lectures in the 5 lectures, it will be helpful uh, for you to solve the assignment. But I will try to help you with giving some extra question answers that you can try solving out. Okay. So now there are some question answers. I will read the question and one by one. Then I will wait or give you 2 minutes. So in the 2 minutes that you can um, type in the chat box what is the correct option. Then we will discuss the answer. Okay. Going to the question answer for lecture 1, 2, and 3. Skin is the major organ in the body. All of the following are functions of the skin except option A, temperature regulation, option B, protection, option C, sensation, option D, vitamin B production. Question is, what is not the function of the skin? So now it's 6:28. I will check how many of you are giving the answer in the chat box, and after 1 minute we will discuss. Or after 30 seconds is also fine, I guess. Already any answer in the chat box? Let me see. Yeah, good. Vinitya answered. Um, Amit answered. Anyone want to see the question again? I know I came back to, let me go to the Google slide. Yeah. Come on, come on. Everyone, any option is fine. Anyway, we are going to discuss, right? Temperature regulation, protection, sensation, vitamin B production, which is not the function of skin, is the question. Easy, easy. We already discussed. No, only two answers are there. Okay. Yeah, correct. Is the D. So if it's not vitamin D, then what is the correct vitamin produced by skin? Which is the original vitamin? Yeah, good. Vitamin D is the correct answer. So correct option is option D. Yeah. Thank you, Amit, Binita, and Nasrat. Going to the next question. Okay. Which of the following gives stratum corneum its structural strength? So this is the structure, stratum corneum, which is the outermost layer. So I also told you, showed the figure and said there is some cells which is giving, that's why it is able to help our skin from abrasions and gives a protective nature because it contains some type of cell. Option A, melanin. Option B, melanosomes. Option C, keratin. Option D, actin. What is the correct answer? Let me see what are the answers that you say. Yeah, everyone knows. Good. Amit, Harini, Nasrat, Binita, Suhail, everyone is saying correct answer is option C, which is keratin. Very good. Correct answer is option C, keratin only. So now why we will give just some extra information also. In the first question we discussed, yeah, we what are the function of skin? We already discussed. Option D was the incorrect answer because skin is produces vitamin D. So when skin can produce vitamin D, whenever skin is exposed to ultraviolet light, skin produces a molecule which can be transformed into vitamin D. And also, sir talks about what is that component also. It is cholecalciferol. Please go back and refer to the class. Okay. Other functions where body temperature is definitely body temperature help regulation is helped by skin only. Mainly through the blood vessel present in the skin and the activity of sweat gland. We know whenever there is sweat, releasing sweat is a mechanism for thermoregulation as we discussed in the first class, right? Then in the second option was skin provide protection against subduration and ultraviolet light. Yes, true. It also prevent the entry of microorganism and it gives a protective layer also by dehydration doing that helps in protecting us from dehydration by reducing water loss from the body. Option C, skin has sensory receptors which can detect pain, cold, heat, touch and pressure. So second question was what is the component that is present in the stratum corneum layer which helps gives its structural strength. So correct answer is keratin. What is keratin? Keratin is a very tough protein. Okay, due to its structure and the toughness, that's why it's able to give the skin that much protection. Okay, So it's very abundant in the stratum corneum, and that's why it can act as a durable overcoat for the body. Like that, it can protect the deeper inner layers also. So that's why almost our outer layer skin is very tough. So why now you know the answer? Because of the keratin present in the outermost layer, which is called as stratum corneum. Other pigments in the option were melanin. Melanin is a pigment which obviously these are pigment, right? So it has some color. So a pigment that ranges in color from yellowish brown to black, and these are produced by the cells called melanocytes. And melanocytes are present in the layer of stratum basal, which is the first layer close to the hypodermal ridges. Okay. Then the option was melanosome. What is melanosome? So whenever melanocyte produce some melanin, what will it will get accumulated, right? It will get accumulated in some membrane bound organelles. It's a membrane bound organelle, and that organ, that granule is called melanosome. So these granules then move to the end of the spidery arms of the melanocyte, where they are taken up nearby melanocytes. So wherever melanin is stored, that stored melanocytes here the cells, and they produce melanin pigment. Melanin pigment gets stored in the granule kind of structure called melanosome. Now option D, we already actin. Actin is we are coming to the muscle part. So in the muscle part, we will hear a lot about actin. So actin is basically one of the major component, that is one of the major protein also that found in our body, but that is forms the contractile filament of the muscle cell, and is always also involved in the motion in the other types of cell. So now we will go through two question each, and we will discuss one by one. Okay. Now third question, in which layer of the skin undergoes a mitotic division? Option A, stratum spinosum. Option B, stratum granulosum. Option C, stratum corneum. Option D, stratum basal. So which layer of the skin has some stem cell activity, and then it can undergo mitotic division? So sir already discussed. Please type the answer in the chat box, then we'll go and discuss. Harini is saying option B. Okay. Everyone is saying option D. Three people said option D. Is there anyone else to say? Yes, there are a lot of people left. Yeah, everyone is saying option D. Let's see what is the answer. So question was, in which layer of the skin undergoes a mitotic division? Yes, correct answer is stratum basal. Good. Now let's go to the explanation of third question. Why? Because stratum, deepest stratum or stratum basal, which is close to the hypodermal ridges, consists of cuboidal or columnar cells. So these cells are able to have activity of division, and they undergo mitotic division in every 19 days. Okay, in all the 19 days, that's why sir explained how the movement is. So from the basal to the top. So that's why the cells are able to move in this manner. Okay. Now, what are the other options? Stratum spinosum, we already discussed. This is a spine type, something is present there. So that's cells, the type of cells found there is called as Langerhans cells. Also, what is the spiny structure present? Because there is spiny keratinocytes present in the spinosum layer. In granulosum, stratum granulosum, keratinocytes begin to produce lamellar granules, and these granules protect the give the waterproof nature of the skin. Okay. Stratum corneum, which consists of dead squamous cell filled with the hard protein called keratin, which gives the protection of the skin. Very good. Now let's go back to uh, fourth. Fourth question. Which of the following cell is responsible for helping the body learn and later detect allergens in the skin? So what is the protective nature that helps in it? Has some phagocytic activity which helps our body to not which helps our body for protection from allergens. So what is the correct answer? Option A, conified cells. Option B, fibroblast. Option C, Merkel cells. Option D, Langerhans cell. It's about allergens in the skin, which can help and detect allergens in the skin. Which cell? Harini is saying coniocytes. No. Langerhans cell. Benita is saying coniocytes. Yeah, so let's go to the explanation. What is the correct answer? We will see. Okay. Correct answer is not coniocytes, it's Langerhans cells. That's what I said. They have some protective nature. So they are basically immune in nature, and these immune cells are found in the layer of epidermis and are responsible for helping the body to learn and later recognize new allergens. Which means whatever the foreign body coming, this is the first type of immune reaction from the skin. So Langerhans cells can detect that. So we already discussed Langerhans cells are found in the layer of stratum spinosum, right? So option E, conified cells. Um, what is conified cells? This is the shingle-like dead cell remnants completely filled with keratin and are referred to conified or horny cells. Option B, fibroblasts, which are the cells that produce and deposit collagen and other elements of the dermis as required for growth or to repair wounds. Option C, Merkel cells, which are found in the basal layer of the epidermis, form parts of sensory structures. Okay, so please try to remember other option also. These are also extra information coming. Maybe these are the answers of some other question. We don't know. So this will help you to solve other questions, right? Yeah. So now let's go back to the next question, which is the fifth question. Which major gland of the skin produces a secretion that is mostly water with a few salt? Option A, lacrimal gland. Option B, eccrine gland. Option C, sebaceous gland. Option D, ceruminous gland. What is the correct gland that produces secretion which is mostly water with few salt? And this gland question is also important. So whatever, when we discuss about the options, please remember what are each gland's function. Okay. Yeah. So there are already different answers, mixed opinion. Let's see what is the correct answer. Who is not answering every time? Only four people are answering. Even though it's fine, it can be wrong or right. Anyway, we are discussing it for learning the correct answer only, right? So even though if we made a mistake, then next time when we make the same thing, oh, we can remember, oh, that time I made this mistake, then I get to know that is the answer. So everything is a tip for the correct answer. Think like that. Okay, let's go and discuss what is the correct answer. Correct answer is eccrine gland. Eccrine gland can secrete sweat, which is a mixture of 99 percentage of water and 1 percentage of salt and fat. So even though they only said if they didn't say directly that is sweat. They said in an indirect way they mostly it's water and only minor portion is salt and water. So basically it is about sweat, and sweat consists of 99 percentage of water and 1 percentage of salt and fat, which is released by the glands called eccrine gland. Now, please remember the function of all the gland that we are now discussing. Option A was lacrimal gland. Lacrimal gland's function is to secrete tears. So, tear producing gland is known as lacrimal gland. So, what is the function of tears? Tears can moisten, lubricate, and protect the surface of the eye. Next option was sebaceous glands. Sebaceous glands are found all over the body, but it doesn't produce in the palms of the hands and sole of the feet. So these glands empty via ducts into the bases of hair follicles and secrete sebum. Okay, so sebum producing gland is called as sebaceous gland, but it is not present in the palm of the feet and the soles of the feet. Okay. Uh, you think that how well our body is designed. If in this part also suppose sebum was coming, or suppose under the sole of the feet sebum was coming, we would have slipped, right? So it's not there. So it's the well designed organization of our body, and animal physiology course help us going and understanding is this minute science behind our technical details about all the structural organization. So next option was ceruminous glands. Ceruminal glands, as the name indicate, it secretes cerumen. Cerumen means our ear wax, right? Brown colored, waxy colored thing that is produced by ceruminous gland. A sticky substance that is thought to repel foreign material. That about 5 questions we already discussed. Yeah. Now, is there any more question? Let's solve some more questions. Okay. Which of the following is responsible for holding the hair in the hair follicle? Option A cuticle, option B papilla, option C shaft, option D arrector pili. What is the correct structure that hold hair in the hair follicle? What is the structure that helps? That is the question. Remember that figure that I showed you, then you can uh, type. Start typing the answers. I I am coming right back. Okay. Let us see what are the correct answers. What happened? No one have answered. Only Amit has answered. Arey, it's a guess question, no? Okay, I will again show the screen. Please answer. Which of the following is responsible for holding the hair in the hair follicle? Cuticle, papilla, shaft, arrector, pili. Okay. Vinitya answered. Please, everyone. Hi, Niharika. Hi. We were discussing some questions about the integumentary system first three week one, week two, and week three lectures about the integumentary system wheel, and so we started discussing. Now there are more option. Everyone is saying option B. Okay, let's see what is the correct answer. So everyone is saying correct answer is papilla. Let us see. Okay. Correct answer is cuticle. What was the question? What is the structure that hold that part, right? So hair has a hard cortex that is covered by cuticle, which is a single layer of overlapping cells that holds the hair in the hair follicle. So correct answer is option A, cuticle. Did my connection lost in between? Hello. I was reading the question. Did you hear? Yeah, yeah. Is it audible now? Yeah. So the question was, what is the structure that is responsible holding the hair in the hair follicle? So correct answer is cuticle. I will. So see this here. Cuticle is not there. Where is the cuticle? Do I have any other figure? Sorry, I have not the correct exact figure, but the correct answer is cuticle. Okay. Uh, Now let us go through the other option. What are the each part? Papilla. Papilla of the hair follicle contain many blood vessels. So we see in that figure in the below hypodermis part, we can see blood vessels. So this papilla contain blood vessels also, which is the which can supply nutrients and to nourish the growing hair. Okay. Next is part of the what is hair shaft? Hair shaft is the part projecting from the surface of the scalp or the skin is called shaft. So what is the visible part outside the east part? So this part. This is called as hair shaft. Now what is arrector pili muscle? Arrector pili muscle consists of a small band of smooth muscle that connects to the hair follicle to the connective tissue of the basement membrane. So that about the first question. Next question is uh, it is a specialized form of epidermis that is found over the base of the nails of the fingers. It's a specialized form of epidermis that is found over the base of the nails of the fingers. Option A, lunula. Option B, hyponychium. Option C, or cuticle. Option D, free edge. Remember the image that I showed you just now also there was a image of nail also. You can answer. Hello. I was talking for this long. Didn't you hear anything? There is some connection issues going on. I'm really sorry. Okay. Uh, what was the last thing you listened to me? Can you please tell me? Then I will restart again. Hello. What was the last thing I was telling? Did you listen to that? What it was correct answer was cuticle. Then I was telling about each and other option. What are other options? What is the function of other terms in that options? Did you listen to that part? What is hair shaft? What is director pili muscle? All these things we were discussing. So I was discussing, then connection lost. So I am not sure what was the last thing you guys listened to me. Can anyone tell me, please? Now I am audible, right? Hello. Am I not audible? Yeah. So can you please tell me what was the last time the connection was stable? Okay. Let me go back to the option wise, then I will start from again. If in case I am again going, something is happening, but yeah, if connection is getting lost, no way, that I also know because it was in the slideshow mode, right? I will check. So the question was this one. Which of the following is responsible for holding the hair in the hair follicle? Option A, cuticle. Option B, papilla. Option C, shaft. Option D, arrector pili. Uh, I hope you guys didn't see the other answers. Yeah, so we discussed already the cuticle is the correct part which can hit, which helps in the hair to holes in the hair follicle. And what is the function of papilla? Papilla contain many blood vessels. So basically, this blood vessel is supplying the nutrients to the growing hair. So papilla contain this blood vessel part. Then whatever the visible part outside the skin, that is called as shaft. So hair shaft is whatever we are seeing from here. What is arrector pili muscle? It's basically connected to the hair follicle, and this muscle consists of small bands of smooth muscles, and uh, so this is basically connected to the hair follicle to the connective tissue of basement membrane. That was the option we discussed. Next question, it's a specialized form of epidermis that is found over the base of the nails of the fingers. What is the specialized form of epidermis that is found over the base of the nails of the fingers? Option A, lunula. Option B, hyponychium. Option C, eponychium or cuticle. Option D, free edge. So, what is the correct answer? Specialized form of epidermis that is found over the base of the nails of the fingers. Base of the nails of the fingers. So in our all nails of the fingers, in the base, what is the specialized form of epidermis that is found? Lunula, hyponychium, eponychium or cuticle or free edge. Free edge. Everyone is saying B. There is Harini and Mamata are saying option A. What is the correct answer? Yeah, let's see. What about others? Is there only three people there? Niharika? Huh. You can type any answers. It's fine. We are going to discuss, right? Nasrat, Suhail, please answer. Did anyone I missed the calling the name? Still three. So next question. Say I am expecting like within 15 seconds, nine options, nine answers. Okay, means all the people should answer. Shouldn't I try to answer? Okay, yeah. So let's discuss the answer. So again. So correct answer is C, or eponychium or cuticle is a layer of epithelium that overlaps and covers the edge of the nail body. It helps to seal the edges of the nail to prevent the infection of the underlying tissue. So if you don't remember, I will show you the figure. Yeah, this one. You can see, right? Eponychium or cuticle. Yeah, so that is found over the base of the nails of fingers is correct answer is cuticle or eponychium. So from this you understand eponychium is the same thing as that of cuticle also. Okay, now let's discuss about function of other one. The whitish or paler hemispheric portion of the nail body arcing upward from the cuticle or eponychium is called lunula. The hyponychium is the area of epithelial, particularly thickened portion underlying the free edges of nail plate on the nail. Free edge is the edge of the fingernail located beyond the nail body where fingernails end. So this part, the end of the body, this is the free edge. Let's go back to the figure again. Keep this figure part in mind so that it will be helpful for you. So see the below part is cuticle. Then there is lunula. Over the cuticle there is lunula, the whitish portion. Then there is nail bud. Free edge is the end of the portion. Okay. This is the basic thing. Now let's go back and discuss the next question. What is the correct order of the layers of the epidermis from the deepest to the most superficial? From the deepest to the most superficial. This already we discussed. Try to go through the option and pick the correct one. Remember, the question is from to choose the order from the deepest to the most superficial. So now you can choose what is A, B, C, or D. At 7:3, I will go and again check. Okay. Let me go and see what are the correct answers. So there are options C, 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 C. Then there is a B. I didn't get nine answers. Okay, come on. There are not nine people answered. Nine means one. Obviously, one is me and one is the presenter screen. So there are obviously 7 people now in the call. I can only see 3 people's answers here. What about the rest of the 4? Okay. So what is the correct order? From the deepest to most superficial. So starting from the basal, there is only one option. So it's definitely basal, right? Stratum basal, stratum spinosum, granulosum, lucidium, and corneum. Let's see the correct answer. There is no. It's already very simple, so that's why I didn't answer given the explanation. But I can show the figure. Where is the figure? Yeah, here. Look, basal, spinosum, granulosum, lucidium, and cornea. So please remember this: basal, spinosum, granulosum, lucidium, cornea. Now let's go to the next question. The transitional stage in the hair growth cycle is option A catagen, option B anagen, option C collagen, option D telogen. I know you guys see if you guys have listened because there was already my screen blinked all the correct answers. But yeah, and we I think Sir also haven't discussed this in the class, so it's a extra information. We can discuss the answer. No one is answering now. It's fine, even though you guys have seen the answer. You guys can type the answer. Basically, I know how many people are still there, right? Is anyone is still in the class and sleeping? Yeah. So the usual 3 people answered no. This time, yeah, 4 answers came. Good, good, good. So the correct answer is option A, which is the catagen, because catagen is the transitional stage where growth stops and outer root sheath shrinks and attaches to the root of the hair. So please remember catagen phase is a transition stage. What is anagen? Anagen is the as name in ana. Ana indicate A. So like that you guys can remember anagen means active phase, catagen means transition phase, telogen means telomerase, something towards the end or so that's why remember like that telomerase telophase telogen means the resting phase and definitely collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body, right? Yeah, so let's discuss some more question. People with albinism have a defect in tyrosinase, an oxidase that helps to control skin pigment production. In what epidermal layer is tyrosinase active? Question is which layer of the skin contain enzyme tyrosinase? If tyrosinase is not there, then that disease is called albinism. So in which layer we can see tyrosinase? Option A is stratum lucidium, option B stratum basal, option C stratum granulosum, option D stratum spinosum. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I am sorry. Uh, जो इंस्ट्रक्शन मुझे मिला है वो इंस्ट्रक्शन है इंग्लिश में क्लास लेने के लिए सर मुझे इसमें कुछ मदद नहीं कर सकता, but still I can help you with translating it into Hindi also. Is it fine? Yeah. अभी like कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आएगा तो please stop me and I can help you with. My Hindi is not that good. I am from South India, but still I can help you with my tuta hua Hindi. Okay. Yeah. And also the instruction is to take the class with English, so that's why. Uh, but still, if you don't understanding, if you are not understanding something, then I can say that in Hindi. Yeah, we were discussing questions, right? Let me see what are the answers here. Okay. Did no one answer? No, only Benita answered, I guess. Option B. Sorry. Thank you for. What are the? Where is the other people answers? Please send me the answers. Then we'll discuss. We have a lot of time. Okay, I don't have any urgency. But it's better if you guys speedily answer, then we can go to the next question. Should I take that question again? Yeah, this is the question. Where is the which layer we can see tyrosinase? Let's answer now. What is the correct answer? There is one option I saw that is mentioning option B, I guess. Yes, option B is the correct answer. Stratum basal is the layer which contain tyrosinase enzyme. Okay, please remember stratum basal. Okay. Now, which of the following statement about, so in that there is no other option required, right? Because we already discussed multiple times what is lucidium, what is basal, what is granulosum, and what is spinosum. So remember one more information to stratum basal. It have tyrosinase in the active state. Which of the following statement about epidermal layer is true? It's a true or false question. Langerhans cells found in the layer 2. B, layer 1 is held together by desmosome. Option C, layer 3 divides most quickly. Option D, layer 3 is deeper than layer 1. Only one option is true among these. What is the correct option? What is the correct option? I hope you guys see. Then can I check who all answered? Binita. Is only Binita is listening to the class? No one else is there? Okay. Okay. Question is here. Answer is already there. That's why I am like, I have to go to slideshow before showing it to you. What is the correct statement? If others are false, please let me know the corrected answers also. So we'll go by one. So let's discuss. Correct answer is option B. Option A. Langerhans cells is found in the layer 2. Yes, Langerhans cell is found in the layer stratum spinosum, right? So that is correct answer. Then layer 1 is held together by desmosome. No, layer 2 we already discussed. Remember this figure that I showed you? Yeah. What is the layer connected by desmosome? That is also spinosome. Okay. Now, what is the next option? Next false statement. Yeah, this one. Layer 3 divides most quickly. No, layer 1 divides most quickly. Layer 3 is deeper than layer 1. No, that is also not correct. So going to next question. Which of the following is not a feature of stratum granulosum? Option A contains keratohyalin granules. Option B 3 to 5 layers of cells present. Option C cytokeratin is produced. Option D secrete a lipid waterproof layer. Which of the following is not a feature of stratum granulosum? Third layer. Granule type of cells are present. So what is the correct answer? If you guys know the correct answer, then you guys can easily pick up the not a future also. I hope you guys saw the answers. Can I go and check how many people answered? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I'm coming to see how many people answered. Show question again. No, that's earlier. No, only Binitya answered. Binitya is only listening, I guess. Okay, Mamta is also answered. Okay, let's discuss. Correct answer is option C, which is cytokeratin is not produced from the stratum granulosum. All others, it contain keratohyalin granules, true. 3 to 5 layers of cells are present, true. Secrete a liquid waterproof layer, true. But cytokeratin is not produced from the stratum granulose. Homework for today's question. Which layer produces cytokeratin? Found me and let me know in the next class. Okay. Which structure contain connective tissue, blood vessel and nerves? Next question. Which structure contain connective tissue, blood vessel and nerves? Papillary dermis only, papillary and reticular dermis. Option C, epidermis, papillary dermis and reticular dermis. Option D, reticular dermis only. So basically, papillary and reticular dermis are part of hypodermis. And in epidermis also, do you see any connective tissue, blood vessel and nerves? Or what is the correct part of dermis that you can see? So if you know all these things, then we can find out the correct answer. I hope you guys see so already the question. Let me see who all answered. Yeah, no one answered. Okay, now if you want to answer, I can show you the figure. Then you guys can answer. So see, this is the dermis part. This is the hypodermis part. Where all you can see blood vessel, now you can answer. You can see it here, you can see it here also. But in the option, it is about two parts of dermis only they are saying, right? Here. So that's why correct answer is option B, papillary and reticular dermis, because it is not definitely in epidermis, it is entirely in dermis. So first part of the division in the dermis is papillary followed by reticular. So it can be seen in the dermis as well as hypodermis, but in the option hypodermis is not there. So the correct option from here is the dermis part, which consists of papillary dermis and reticular dermis. So correct answer is option B. Now let's go to the next question. The phenomenon known as goosebumps is often combined with shivering to reduce heat loss. What integumentary layer is mostly directed related to this reflex? So this question can be easily answered if you know goosebumps is produced by some particular, I already mentioned, some type of muscle, and if that muscle is connected to which part of the skin layer tissue, then you can answer this. Goosebumps. Now let me go and see. Yeah, good. There are a lot of people answered. Thank you. Nasrat, what is the answer V? Is it a option? It's a typing error. Okay, so correct answer is option D, which is the reticular dermis. Okay, if you want to see the figure, look, this is the erector muscle. So here is the papillary dermis and this is the reticular dermis. So this is connected to the reticular dermis. So it's originating from here only. That's why correct answer is reticular dermis. Okay, next question. Which of the following is a part of the integumentary system? Very easy question. We were discussed for 1 hour almost, and in 1 hour we were discussing only one thing. So what is that structure? Option A skin, option B brain, option C spinal cord, option D kidney. What is the correct answer? Please, I don't have to keep the screen for too long. I know everyone will answer this. Yeah. Yes, correct answer is option A, which is skin. Because integumentary system is the system that consists of the largest organ, which is known as skin. Which of the following is a lowermost layer of the skin? Lowermost layer of the skin is a wrong question. Lowermost layer of the epidermis of the skin is the correct question. So what will be the answer? Option A germinativum, option B spinosum, option D C granulosum, option D corneum. Since that layer contains two names, if you only know the name of basal, then those people cannot answer this question. Who know both the name of that layer, then those people can answer this question. What is the lowermost layer of the skin? Yeah, Bharati answered. Thank you, Bharati. Manmat answered. Thank you, Manmat. Mamda. Oh, that is for the earlier question, right? For this one. Yeah, so the question was this one. So the correct answer is, which is the lowermost layer of the skin? Definitely germinativum, right? It is stratum germinativum or stratum basal. So the correct answer was option A. Next question. Metabolism of these two molecules in our body is linked with the sunlight. So there is in our skin there is some vitamin E is produced, then it can protect from UV. These all we have discussed, but there is two molecule in our body which is linked with the sunlight. As a byproduct, there is something else is also forming. So what are these two things? Calcium, magnesium or iron or vitamin D, or option D is vitamin D and calcium. What is the correct answer? Already answer. You can see when I go. Yeah. Yeah, correct answer is vitamin D and calcium. Good. Now let us go to some more question. The skin is considered to be an organ because it is dash. Correct answer. Option A, correct. Choose the correct answer. I don't know what is the correct answer. Help me in figuring out what is the correct answer. Option A comprises the largest part of the body. Option B, it's made of epithelial tissue and connective tissue. Option C has multiple functions ranging from physical protection to homeostasis. All these three are true, but what is the correct explanation of the statement skin is considered to be an organ? Why we call skin as an organ? Because it is something. That's why we call it as skin. So what is the correct option? Again, yeah. Option A is there. Option B is there. Option A is there. So remember this, okay? This type of questions always comes. So whenever someone asks what is the correct answer, we in the first class we saw the structural organization. So tissue is made up of cells, organs are made up of tissues. So whenever if it is an about something is called as tissue, why? Because that is made of some cells. And if something is called as organ, because that is made up of some tissues, right? So that will be the correct answer to that question. So correct answer is option B. Okay. Option B is the correct answer. This is the old question. Let the screen come again. Yeah, option B is the correct answer. When we look at our fingers, we can see fingerprints. Which of the following layers of the skin are we looking at in order to see the fingerprints? So if you are looking at any of the fingers, you can see fingerprint. But one particular layer of the skin or like two, three layer of the skin are when we look at, we are seeing that particular layer only. So question is, what is that particular layer? Why we are seeing the fingerprint? Due to which layer is the question. Option A, papillary layer of the dermis. Option B, stratum corneum of the epidermis. Option C, reticular layer of the dermis. What is the correct answer? Now let's go back thoda jaldi because it's already 7:26. Yeah. Sorry, Mamda, what do you want the explanation? The previous question. Hi. I hope it is about previous question. The explanation is choose the correct answer. I said all the three option is correct only, but choose the most good or apt explanation of the. Okay. Again, signal loss. I hope I am audible. So the most apt answer is the correct answer is the option B only, because if they are saying the organ in the first introduction class, you remember, right? Or structural organization. So cells build together to form tissues. Tissues build together to form organs. Organ build together to form organ system, etc. So since the question is why skin can be considered as an organ? Why? Because skin is made up of some tissues. That's why correct answer is option B. Did you understand? Hi, Mamda. Did you understand? Okay, my Hello, is it clear now? Is my signal is fine or my voice is still breaking? No. Okay. So did you listen to what I said regarding the explanation of that question? Because I saw you asked me it was not clear the explanation. Is it fine now? Why skin is considered as an organ? All this type of question, please try to answer. It's based on the structural organization. So if skin is an organ, why? Because skin is made up of some tissues, connective tissue and some other tissues. So that's why skin can be called as an organ. Okay. If there is another question, why connective tissues are called tissues? Because these are made up of some cells. Or some question, why a digestive system is called as a digestive system? Because a digestive system is made up of different types of organs. So that will be the correct answer. That's what I was trying to say. Okay. Now let us go to the next question. Next question also I discussed. Okay. When we look at our fingers, we can see fingerprint. Which of the layer of the skin are we looking at? We are looking at the stratum corneum of the epidermis. Why? Because that is the edge, like the superficial layer of the skin, right? So the symbol, uh, sorry, correct answer is papillary layer of the dermis. Why? So any fingerprint question connecting to the layer comes, please try to answer papillary layer of the dermis. Okay. Now next question is, which of the following layer is the thickest of the cutaneous layer? Thickest layer is the question. What is the thickest layer? Option A, stratum corneum. Option B, papillary layer. Or option C, reticular layer. What is the thickest layer? What is the correct answer? Option A, B or C? C. So, correct answer is yes. Reticular layer is the thickest of the cutaneous layer. Which layer of the integument provides most insulation? Option A, epidermis. Option B, dermis. Option C, hypodermis. Most insulation is provided by which layer? Is the question. Why no one has answered? What is the most insulation providing layer? That will be the most inner layer, right? So the correct answer will be option C, which is here, which is hypodermis. Okay, fifth question, which of the following is also known as superficial fascia? Look, there is one more name. So you guys can remember what is superficial fascia. Is it epidermis, dermis or hypodermis? What is the superficial fascia? Which layer is known as superficial fascia? Because superficial is there, we cannot say that as epidermis, okay? Correct answer is hypodermis. Okay. Hypodermis is known as superficial fascia. Yeah. Again, some more question. Now I am going a little bit faster. Which of the following gland is mostly directly involved in acne formation? What is the layer that is directly involved in acne formation? Any idea? Okay. Option C. Let's see the correct answer. It is because of acne is because of sebum. So it's because of sebaceous gland. Okay, option C. Next question is which of the following gland produces earwax? Which of the following gland produce earwax? We already discussed this. What is the function of each and separate glands? I hope you guys remember. Earwax producing glands. See, good. Ceruminous gland is the earwax producing gland. Correct. It's ceruminous. Okay. I saw the option sebaceous. Sebaceous is sebum. Acne formation is due to sebaceous gland. But earwax producing gland is ceruminous gland. Option 2 answer is B. Okay. Now let me remove this. Yeah. Third question. The skin allows us to sweat, thereby cooling the body. Which of the following gland is responsible for cooling process? So what is the cooling process? Sweat gland. Sweat. Question is about the gland that produce sweat. Okay. A and C. One question, both answers. C. Okay. Okay, let's see. Correct answer is third question. Correct answer is C. Eccrine. Eccrine gland has one another name which is known as merocrine. Okay. Question 4. Which of the following gland produces a substance that helps to lubricate the skin and prevent it from becoming dry? Apocrine, eccrine or merocrine or sebaceous? What is the correct answer? Preventing it from getting dry. What is the correct gland? Helps preventing it from getting dry. Vidita is saying option C. No one else is saying nothing. Mamta is saying C. Okay. C is sebaceous gland. Yes, correct answer is sebaceous gland. Now, fifth question is which of the following gland produce a substance which has no order to it during nursing, stress, or sexual excitement? That correct answer is apocrine. So, let me conclude the function of every gland. Ceruminous gland is the ear vaccine producing gland, and sebaceous gland is sebum producing gland, which is connected with the acne formation. Eccrine or merocrine gland is the sweat gland. Okay, then apocrine gland is the gland that releases during nursing, stress or sexual excitement. So please remember all these answers. Now let us go back to the lecture 4 and lecture 5 recap and let's discuss some more question and finally discuss some more question and let's wind up today's session. There is lot of time. We'll go through slowly only. Okay. So fourth lecture was mainly regarding skeletal system. I am still audible, right? If my connection is lost or something is happening, please interrupt and tell me my voice is not audible. Okay. So fourth week was mainly regarding skeletal system. How skeleton is developed. It can be formed by two way. Either it can be what is the process of osteogenesis or ossification? What are the physical properties? What are the different types of cartilage growth? There are two types of growth, interstitial growth. Either it can develop uh, directly from stem cell or the bone can be converted from the cartilage, right? So that type of, there are two types of growth, interstitial growth and appositional growth. So this was the recap of the fourth week. I'm not going to detail because sir already explained it very well. Let's go. But I have added this slide because to make you guys remember more about what is the difference between interstitial growth and appositional growth. So what is interstitial growth? By definition, growth occurs through addition of new cells. That's what I said. Stem cells are involved. So there is some type of stem cell. They add new cells to the existing cell. So such type of it is called as interstitial growth. What is appositional growth? Appositional growth involve addition of new cells to the surface of tissue. So already they are not getting added to the existing tissue, but they are only adding to the surface of the tissue. So that is the main difference. What is the tissues involved? Tissues involved are occurs in tissue that have capacity to divide, such as cartilage and bone tissue. We can see interstitial growth in cartilage and bone. So appositional growth, I said it's not related to stem cells, right? So there is no stem cell. That means they don't have the capacity to divide. So they can be only seen in the outer layer of bone tissue and skin. Apo means above, right? So that's why they don't have the stem cell activity. They are added to the surface of the tissue. Interstitial growth involves cell division of the existing cell in the tissue. We already discussed. But appositional growth involves differentiation of stem cells present in the tissue. Increase in size result in increase in tissue size by addition of new cells. Interstitial growth result in increase in tissue size by addition of new tissue layers. Both are same only. There is an increase in tissue size happening in both interstitial as well as appositional. Interstitial occurs throughout because stem cell activity is due to stem cell activity, and there is different types of stem cell present in our body. So it occurs throughout the life, and it's essential for tissue maintenance. Otherwise, if some injury is happened, okay, something happened to our outer layer of skin, it would not have healed if there is no stem cell activity. So it is throughout present. But in the oppositional growth, occurs during the growth when we become, like when we grow, that growth activity is there, because that is that time needed for the tissue development. After growth attained, then oppositional growth is not required. Yeah, so in the lecture 5 we have mainly focused about cartilage. There are different types of cartilage, especially three cartilage, and sir also told the example of each cartilage. I hope you guys remember. For example, hyaline cartilage, which is present in the shoulder joint, elastic cartilage, which is present in the ear, right? This is movable, and fibrocartilage, which is present in the spines, our backside. So there are different types of cartilage present. Then how is the bone formed? That's what I said. Bone can be either produced from the mesenchymal stem cell, which is the MSC, or directly from the cartilage. So there are two types of bone formation also. Then function of bone, types of bone. That also are discussed in that class. Okay. Endochondrial, I hope you remember. Then what are the function? They support storage of minerals like calcium, phosphate. Osteoblast helps in growth. Osteoclast breaks. So please remember the structure wise and go. If you guys didn't listen to the week 2 lectures, please go back and refer to the lectures. That will be helpful for you. So let us go and discuss some more. Okay. I will upload this slide in the site. Okay. So you guys can refer back to this slide, and I think these images are helpful for you guys. There is image of articular cartilage, then the fully different parts of a cartilage and bone. This is a long bone, right? Long bone. And this is the difference between adult and child. So in the adult, we can see diaphysis and metaphysis. But in the child, we can see diaphysis, metaphysis, and an epiphysis stage also. So this epiphysis stage is the growth plate. Yeah. Now let's answer. Bone develops from fibrous membranes and cartilage. Which of the following is the term referring to the development of bone from cartilage? If bone is developing from cartilage, what is it called as? Is it endochondral ossification? Option B, intramembranous ossification. Option C, periosteal ossification. What is the correct term for the development of bone from cartilage? What is the correct answer? Correct answer is option A. It's endochondral ossification. Okay? Endochondral ossification. Please don't forget, okay? The Let me delete this. The marrow cavity of bones will form during development. What cells are responsible for carving out or forming the marrow cavity? So it's about getting an empty space or breaking, right? So whatever related to clast comes in the breaking. So please remember this is the activity of osteoclast. Okay, what are responsible for carving out or forming the marrow cavity? Option B, osteoclast. Next question is during the embryonic stage, cartilage is a precursor to many bones. What are the cells that are required to cause differentiation of cartilage to bone? If cartilage is becoming bone by endochondral ossification, but then why it's how that is forming? Is it because of osteoblast, osteoclast, or osteocytes? Option A, that is a mature bone. Okay, good. Uh, sorry. Good. Correct answer is option A only. Okay. So breaking of bone, osteoclast, formation is related with osteoblast. Osteocytes are the functional unit, right? The cells present in osteon is known as osteocytes. Anything related to bone is known as osteo. So the functional unit of bones are osteocytes. Now, next question. Yeah, I have given the explanation of what is the difference between endochondral and intramembranous. Please remember this. What is endochondral? Endochondral means in the endochondral formation, cartilage is becoming bone and it occurs at primary and secondary ossification centers. All tubular and flat bones, vertebrae, base of skull, the ethmoid, the medial and lateral ends of the clavicles stops after skeletal maturity, contributes to increase in bone length. But intramembranous means it's the appositional periosteal bone formation. So it happens in cortex of tubular and positional. So it will be happening in only specific tissue. Cortex of tubular and flat bone, bones of the skull, or which is also known as calvarium. Facial bones increase in bone thickness, participate in remodeling process throughout the life. Yeah. Now let's sorry. Compact bone is made of concentric ring of osteocytes called dash. What is the correct answer? Compact bone is made of concentric ring of osteocytes called dash. So what is the structure, concentric ring structure present in the bone known as? Let me see the answers. Option C. Okay, good. C, canaliculi. But correct answer is option B. Concentric ring of osteocytes are called as osteons. Osteocytes of bones are arranged in concentric ring. So there is difference, right? Concentric ring, wherever you get the term concentric ring, which means concentric rings of osteocytes are present in osteocytes. Okay. Third question, osteocytes are stationary cells that is sit in the depression of in the lamellae. Yes, osteocytes are the cells that are sit in the lamellae. These depressions are called dash. So what is the cavity present in the osteocytes called? That is the correct answer. What is the cavity present in the what is the cavity present in the osteocytes? Rings are called osteon. So what is the cavity? Cavity is called as lacunae. Please remember, cavity is called as lacunae. Okay. Since osteocytes are stationary cells, they have to receive their nutrients via dash. Now we understood what is osteon, what is lacunae. Now always osteocyte receive the nutrients because of one structure that is called as dash. Lacunae, osteons, and canaliculi. What is the correct answer? We already know what is lacunae and what is osteon. So what can be the answer? Answer is canaliculi. Okay. Good, good. Correct answer is canaliculi supplies nutrients. So osteons are rings, lamellae is the cavity, and canaliculi is the structure that provides supplies nutrients to the osteocytes. Please remember these three questions. Okay. Fifth question. The end of the long bones are called. I have already added a figure. If anyone remember the what is the end structure known as, or you can see from the guess from the option also. Something is epi, something is meta, and something is dia. So what can be the correct answer that is towards the end? Epiphysis, metaphysis, or diaphysis? What is the correct answer? Yeah, correct answer is epiphysis. Should I go back to the figure? Look, end is known as epiphysis. The middle portion is diaphysis. So end is always epiphysis. Now let's go back to question. Which of the following is the growing line or growth zone or growth plate of the long bone? It has three names: growing line, growth zone, or growth plate. What is the correct answer? So growth is happening from the center towards this plate, right? So what is the growing line or growth plate? That is the dash. Correct answer is option B. Metaphysis is the growing line or growth plate. Okay. 6. I'm extremely sorry. My connection again. I did a mistake. I pressed the close tab of the Chrome. That's why I got the connection is lost. Okay, let's go back and discuss the remaining question. I will share the slide again. Where are we are in this page, right? Yeah, I am audible. Yes. So the correct answer is this one we were discussing, right? We were in the question. Uh, six. Six. Correct answer is growth line or growing zone is the option B, which is metaphysis. Okay. There is a membrane that uh, there is a membrane that surround the outer covering of bone. This membrane consists of special cells called osteoblast, osteoclast, and osteoprogenitor cell. What is the name of the membrane? So membrane surrounds the osteocytes. What is that membrane called as? So that membrane's name is dash. Periosteum. So it's covering, right? So periosteum is the membrane cover. So you remember osteon is the ring-like structure. Canaliculi is the structure that provide nutrients. Lacunae is the cavity present in osteocyte. End of the bones are epiphysis. Growing line is the metaphysis. And the membrane surrounding is periosteum. Next question is when a bone is injured, the dash cells from the periosteum will repair the bone or rebuild the bone. So it's again about rebuilding the bone. Rebuilding the bone is the doing by which one? Osteoblast, osteoclast, or osteocyte? What is the correct answer? Yeah, correct answer is it about now? Correct. Anything building is osteoblast. Osteoclast is the breaking. So correct answer is osteoblast. Right? 8 option is correct answer is osteoblast. 9, since you guys already see the answer, I am just discussing. When a bone is broken, it must repair itself. The broken bone stimulates osteoblast cells to become osteocytes. Where are the osteoblast cells located? So it's about location. Osteoblast cells are located in the periosteum. Okay, so option B is the correct answer. Now let's go back and discuss some more question. So now it will be in the slideshow mode. I hope you guys will be answering there. I am not going pressing the escape button and coming and seeing. Okay. So please, you can unmute the mic and say the answer also. The long bones of our body, such as humerus and femur, are made of compact bone, periosteum, and endosteum. Which of the following represent those bone components in proper sequence going from internal to external? A. Endosteum, compact bone, periosteum. Option B. Periosteum, endosteum, compact bone. Option C. Compact bone, periosteum, endosteum. What is the correct answer? Or I can do one more thing. I can see how many people are answering by logging in again, right? Yeah. What is the correct order? Okay. Endosteum, compact bone, periosteum. Is there any other option? Like anyone want to say or everyone is supporting to this answer? Option A. Now you guys can message, okay? Sorry, sorry, sorry. Hello? Yeah, fine. Good to go. I can see the messages now. Please type in the chat box also. Everyone is supporting to option A. Or is there any different answers? Correct answer is option A only. Endosteum, compact bone, periosteum. Good. You can refer back to that figure and see again. Okay. So correct order is internal to external started with end. So you remember anything connecting with endo means internal. Anything connected with peri means external. In that way also you can see, figure out the option. The cells that induce this absorption of calcium ions into bloodstream are the bone destroying cells called dash. Good example, bone destroying cells it is mentioned. If there is a cavity to be formed or bone to be broken or to be destroyed, dash to be function. We discussed it multiple times. Osteocyte, osteoblast or osteoclast. What is the bone destroying cells? No, osteocytes are the functional unit, right? Bone destroying it's mentioned, right? Yeah, good. Osteoclast is the correct answer. Okay. Please remember anything related to breaking is osteoclast. Anything related to formation is osteoblast. Functional unit is osteocytes. Articular cartilage is found dash at the end of the epiphysis on the outside of diaphysis. See within the epiphyseal plate. What is the correct answer? Where is articular cartilage found? You remember Sar also drew the figure. So he labeled first this. Any messages? No one? Correct answer is option A at the end of the epiphysis. Fourth question, one function of bone is to store energy. This type of energy is in the form of. What is the energy storage form that is present in the bone? Is it glucose, is it lipid or is it ATP? Any guess? Any guess? Okay, there is one ATP answer. Storage written. Storage. So in the bone, is it ATP is stored? Isn't it? Energy is stored as lipids in the bone. Okay. Energy is stored as lipids in the bone. Fourth question is B. Okay. Fifth question. Bones are considered to be organs because they. This is what I said. Now choose the correct answer. Because they are made up of cells. Option A. Option B. Make up the framework of the body. Option C. Connective tissue and consist of connective and nervous tissue. Why they are considered as organs? Fifth question. I want everyone to answer this question. We spend a lot of time for explaining this, right? Why anything is called as organ? Because because they are made up of connective tissue and nervous tissue. Okay, option C. Hematopoiesis is a process that occurs in the dash of the bone. Hematopoiesis, where it can be seen? It can be seen in red marrow. Okay, it can be seen in red marrow of the bone. Bones can grow longer when the cartilage cells in the dash begin to divide. When bones can grow longer, when bones can grow longer. Bones can grow longer if the cartilage cells in the epiphyseal plate begin to divide. Okay. Second question is new cartilage that undergo division to ultimately be replaced by bone is found in which of the following areas? Epiphyseal plate nearer the diaphysis, epiphyseal plate near the epiphysis, center of the epiphyseal plate. So there is some new cartilage formed and they undergo division and in that place again bone will be replaced replaces that cartilage. So where it can be seen is the question. Answer is B, epiphyseal plate near epiphysis. Okay. Question 3, constant wear on a bone can cause more bone tissue to develop on the worn area. This excess development is a type of remodeling due to dash. So whenever there is some stress, constant wear can happen, and that's why excess development is a type of remodeling due to stress. Fourth question, when bones remodel, old bones is typically removed. Which of the following cells are most likely to be involved in the removal process? Please answer this question. Removal process. Again, it's about removal. Good. So osteoclast is removal, osteoblast is formation. Please remember, okay? Now, last set of 10 more questions we'll discuss and today we will end up, okay? Which pigment in our body absorb UV rays? Option A, keratin, B, chlorophyll, C, melanin, option D, melatonin, option E, elastin. What is the pigment that absorb UV ray? Good. Next question. Metabolism of which of this molecule in our body is directly linked with the sunlight? Vitamin A, B, C or D? Easy, 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 easy. Yeah, correct. The appendages that connect muscle to bone are called. What are the appendages that connect muscle to bone? Ligaments, tendons, cartilage or nephron. It's not about bone to bone, it's about muscle to bone. So what is the correct answer? We have studied it in the plus 2 NCRT textbook, I guess. Tendon is connecting tissue that attaches muscle to bone, correct? Ligaments are bone to bone. So please remember, okay? Tendon is the correct answer. Appendage that connect bone to bone. Ayo. I already said the answer. What is the appendage that connect bone to bone? Eh? Yeah, good. Ligaments are the appendages that connect bone to bone. Which of the following categories does stomach belong to? Is it a cell? Is it a tissue? Is it an organ or is it an organ system? Hmm? Yeah. What is the system that organ system that comes with stomach? Good. Bharati, you can also answer, okay? Please, you can type also. Which of this is not a muscle type? Skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle, smooth muscle, rough muscle. What is not a muscle? Yeah, good. I know these are easy question, but still. Human hair is mostly made up of carbohydrate. Yeah, good. Which protein? Good. Next question. What is the basic unit of life? Yeah. Plasma membrane is a dash. Sulfated monolayer, phospholipid bilayer, rigid structure, red colored structure. That is the correct thing. Good. Which of the following joint allow movements in multiple planes? Multiple plane. Ball and socket, hinge joint, pivot joint, and hinge joint. What is the correct answer? Confusion? Correct answer is ball and socket joint. Okay, ball and socket joint can movement allow in multiple plane. Where this can be seen? For example, our knee bone. It's in which ball shaped surface one rounded bone fits to the cup like depression of another bone. So synovial fluid, you see, right? It's in the knee bone. I can move it in any way. So ball and socket joint allows movement in multiple direction. Thank you. See you in next Friday. Maybe my session get be postponed to some other day also. Next week I will be traveling. I'm not sure. Listen to the mail announcement, then you will understand. Okay. So thank you for joining. Thank you so much. See you in next week. Yeah. Bye bye.